I'm doing today something that's a little bit different from the direction I wanted my channel to go in, but I thought I'd give people an idea of just how easy it is to cook, and when you're cycling, and how easy it can be by using dump and go recipes. Where's the forks? This, not the forks, this. To get things done. You know, I'm one that doesn't like to spend an hour in the kitchen making something that's going to disappear in 5 minutes. What the heck? So this kind of dump and go recipe is right up my alley, and it could be yours too. We're going to make a butternut squash and bean soup seasoned with fennel. The ingredients are simply, to make it dump and go, is a 750 gram bag of butternut squash dumped in the pot. We want to start with the big ingredients first, the vegetables in the butternut squash, so we know how much of the other stuff we have to add without overflowing the pot. In goes a bag of vegetables that are left over from something else. Beans, we will leave that till the end. We'll keep this all cleaned up. What else do I got to put in there? Tomatoes. Where's the can? Oh, there it is. Put a can of diced tomatoes in. Come on. Diced tomatoes in. Let me see here. What else do we got to go in there? Onions. We'll put some frozen onions in. That's pretty good. Let me see, what else do we got here? Okay, we'll put the spices in. This is going to be seasoned with fennel, so I got some fennel seed here from the store. We don't use a whole lot of it, maybe a tablespoon or so. Let me see. Gotta get this off of here. Go over, get a tablespoon. Put a couple tablespoons of garlic in it. You can add as much garlic as you like. I find that this much, I don't really taste it. Like, there's nowhere in any bite of food that I take out of this that I can say, oh, there's the garlic. But I'm sure that overall it adds to the taste. The beans. Let's put a can of beans in there. These are the no-name beans, the 6-bean blend. These are pretty good. They're $1.50 a can, and as far as beans go, I find them to be pretty good. They're all the same, whether you buy, the $2.50 can of beans or the $1.50. They're all pretty much the same. We want to rinse these beans. Something's chiming in my camera here. Let's see. Because we rinsed them because there's BPA in the wax of the can. I don't know why they have to put BPA in it, but they do, and that BPA leaches out into the liquid of the beans. So I want to keep as much of that out of me as I can. And you can buy beans that are BPA free, but I can't remember the last time I saw them how much they were. They were something like $3 or $4 a can. So it's easier to just rinse it and save yourself some money. What else? Okay, fennel seed. Let's take about that much. maybe a little bit more. That should be good. Smoked paprika. I haven't got very much left, so we'll just dump the whole can in, the rest of the bottle. Regular paprika. Let's get this over, of course. That looks good. That should be enough. What else? Okay. And last but not least, the red pepper flakes. Something's chiming in this camera. I bet you it didn't charge up enough, and it said it did charge. So take a little bit of that. That should be good. And then now we just have to fill this with water. Let's add another can of beans in there. What the heck? Rinse it off. Dump it in. Now, let's get some of this stuff. Put in the garbage. This stuff and this stuff over here. And move this over to here. And put some water in it. Fill it up. What am I missing in there? I don't think I'm missing anything. Salt, we'll have to add salt to it. And this is pretty much it. I mean, it's a dump and go. It's an easy recipe. You don't have to spend an hour in the kitchen doing it. You just have to put this on the stove, bring it up to a boil, and then turn it down to medium, and let it just be a slight rolling simmer kind of thing, and you're good to go. Let's put the lid on top of this, on this, and let's see, this one. See, let's turn that right about there. Yep, there we go. Now we'll take a look at this. If you hear any noise in the background, it's the air conditioner. But as you can see, it's starting to boil there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat down to medium, and that should be fine, a medium heat, because we don't need a hard boil. We just need something to bubble like this, because whether it's hard boiling or just bubbling lightly the way it is here, the temperature is still 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. We can do a little bit of stir here. And this should take about, I'd say, 12 to 15 minutes for not so much the vegetables to soften, but the oils, the flavor to come out of the fennel seeds. So let's put the lid back on there. Well, I'll take the lid off so you can have something to look at while I'm talking to you. What I failed to mention when I was making this was that this soup can be made 3 different ways. The exact same ingredients, except different spices. So instead of fennel seed, you can add caraway seed. I've tried that and it was decent. Or you can add cumin, curry, about a teaspoon of curry, and a generous squirt of lime juice. What I didn't add to this time around, because I don't have any, is balsamic vinegar. Let's get that turned down a little bit more. That adds a nice tang to the dish, to the soup, but it's not really necessary. It's still pretty good without it. What else could we add to that? I'm trying to think here. Oh, if you wanted this broth, as you can see, it's pretty watery as it is. If you wanted it to be a little bit thicker, like a gravy, I'd put 4 forkfuls of cornstarch into cold water and dump it in there and stir it up, and that'll turn this sauce into a really creamy mouthfeel. It'll be just like stew, like beef, like the creamy beef stew, which I don't eat anymore, but it would be just like that. The possibilities are endless with this food. You can add any kind of spice you want. I've never had anything other than the 3 that I mentioned, but if you have a spice that you like, stick it in there and try it. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, this has been boiling for about 12 minutes or so, 15 minutes. We'll take the lid off and we can turn the heat right off. Now we're going to add salt. Now for this size of pot, I would say start with about 2 teaspoons. About that much, maybe a little bit more. And stir it up, and we'll give it a try. Because you don't want to add too much salt to it. You can add, but you can't take away unless you add more water to it. And we don't have much room for more water. And then you take your spoon and a little glass. I would say take 3 tablespoons to try it. Blow on it to cool it off because it's mighty hot. No, that still needs more salt. Whoa, let's try that. So that's what, say 2 tablespoons, 2.5 tablespoons, or maybe 1 tablespoon, 2 teaspoons. I'm not sure. Let's give it a try. No, it's still not enough. Another tablespoon. I want to make this just salty enough so that you can taste the salt. And if you're not a big salt fan, there'll be enough. But if it's not quite salty enough, you can always add more, the person eating it. So let's try that. Oh, not bad. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. That'll be just fine. Just fine. So we got the stove shut off. We got the soup cooked or boiled, and we're good to go. What I'll do is in the description, I will leave the other 2 options written down so that you can change this soup up a little bit. If you don't like fennel, you can add caraway. If you don't like add caraway, you can add the curry and cumin and lime. That'll be all in the description. And that's it. That's a dump and go recipe. Doesn't take a lot of time to make up. Not a lot of effort. It took us what? 25 minutes, 20 minutes to do this? No problems.